Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and it's time to get back on track with reporting Godzilla news. Admittedly, I'm a bit late in reporting this particular one, but there has been a recent development that sheds some new light on certain things. A few days prior to this video's uploading, an image found its way online that purported to show a leaked image for the upcoming 2019 American version of the Mothra figure that will be released by NECA, tying into Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019, of course. It was unpainted, but given that NECA doesn't really have the license to anything else that would feature a moth or lepidoptery-type creature, it was pretty obvious that this was indeed Mothra. I had every intention of reporting on it once I had the time, but as I was checking the sources again, I noticed something interesting. The sites which had reported on the image, such as GodzillaMovies.com, had taken that image down, at the request of NECA and Legendary. Now, of course, this being the internet, I'm sure you'll still be able to find that image somewhere, but just to be safe, I'm not going to show the image in this video because I don't want to be asked to take it down. I've had enough of that BS already, thank you very much, Universal. Anyway, I do find it interesting that this image was taken down relatively quickly, all things considered, and no denial was ever made as to what it could possibly be, whereas this image purporting to show another leaked design from Godzilla King of the Monsters has stayed up since it made its way out into the public, and has not been taken down since. So make of that what you will. But anyway, that doesn't necessarily mean I can't show you a visual or share my thoughts on what was revealed. It turns out there is an image we can look to that Legendary itself released. You may recall seeing this on the Monarch Sciences website. Now again, I don't have the original image to show you, and even if I did, I wouldn't put it up as already explained, but I can say it's a pretty close match to what we see in this cave painting. So even though we can assume it is still slightly exaggerated, what we're looking at here is more or less what Mothra will look like in the film. Now admittedly, that's an unconventional look for Mothra. Mothra is predominantly known for having a much larger head and thorax. The three different segments of her body tend to be more equally proportioned than what we see here. Does that mean it's a bad design? I don't necessarily think so. Sure, it's different, but I mean, how many giant butterfly or moth creatures are there in fiction? Mothra's basically the one. And of course, bear in mind that it's not just the body itself that helps us identify Mothra, it's also the design of the wings and the color scheme. Both this cave painting and the leaked figure were unpainted, so we don't necessarily know what colors Mothra is going to have. They could go with the more earthy tones of the Showa version, or the brighter rainbow palette of the Heisei version. Or perhaps they'll do something completely original, who knows. Of course, it's also worth noting that even in the original leaked picture of the figure, the resolution was only so good. It was a small portion of the picture which people had to zoom in on, and contrary to what various TV series will have you believe, you cannot enhance something when you zoom in on it. It's still going to be blurry. So we don't have full details on what the American Mothra will look like just yet. Even so, I'm seeing nothing objectionable here. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, you're free to share your thoughts on these developments in the comment section below. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni viewer signing off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, as well as subscribe to the channel for more content of a similar nature. Also, check the description for links to our Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon pages, as well as the Amazon link for the novel Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, penned by yours truly. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.